Hi guys, with Walt's first movies, Snow White, Fantasia and Pinocchio, Walt was trying to test the boundaries of what animation can do. And by doing that, created some absolutely amazing artwork. However, one day it all stopped. After the failure of Pinocchio and Fantasia at the box office, Walt Disney Company was in trouble. 45% of Disney's revenue was being cut off in Europe due to World War II, so their next feature had to be done cheap. Late in 1939, Kay Kamen, the head of Disney's merchandise licensing, brought to Walt a new device, a roller book, which is a type of storytelling device. One of the stories was about an elephant with big ears called Dumbo. Walt liked the story so much he bought the rights to make the movie. However, Walt's interest in Dumbo started to fade, so scriptwriters Dick Humer and Joe Grant, in a way to pique Walt's interest, came up with a plan of sending him the script for Dumbo in chapter-like form, as in a book, with cliffhangers. If you ask me, I think they knew about Walt's childlike love for books and storytelling, because the plan worked. So good news, in January 1940, storyboards were created for Dumbo, with Walt telling his team, keep things cheap. With this in mind, watercolours were used instead of oil paintings for backgrounds. This technique was used in the Silly Symphony shorts, which is why Dumbo looks more like a cartoon when you compare it to Snow White or Pinocchio, or even Fantasia. However, more problems occurred for Walt. Late in May 1941, Art Babbitt led many of the animators on a strike. The strike only lasted 5 weeks when Walt's brother Roy came to solve the problem with the strike regarding pay. Believe it or not, this is actually referenced in Dumbo with the clown scene and the song "We're going to hit the big boss for a raise." This is a direct reference to the strikers. Imagine finishing your strike, you're going back to work, and you find out that you're a caricature of a clown. Bit cheeky.
From time to time, people ask me, which is the favorite of all the pictures that we've made? Well, it's the one that you're going to see right now on this program. The story of the little elephant with the big ears, Dumbo. From the very start, Dumbo was a happy picture. It really started from a very simple idea and, like Topsy, just grew. We weren't restricted by any set storyline, so we could give our imaginations full play. In other words, if a good idea came to us, we put it in the story. It was really a happy picture from the very beginning to the end. As our story begins, we discover Mr. Stork on his way to the winter quarters of the circus with a package for a certain Mrs. Jumbo.
Oh, my. Now, let me see.
Thank you, Walt, for that introduction. That was fantastic. So we meet the Stork, who is looking for Mrs. Jumbo as he has her delivery, a beautiful baby elephant. As you can tell, when Walt said do it as cheap as possible regarding making Dumbo, you can see that the artwork is completely different from Snow White or Pinocchio or even Fantasia. A lot more simplified, a lot like a cartoon. So Mrs. Jumbo reveals her baby, and how cute does he look? Absolutely awesome. Jumbo sneezes and reveals his larger ears, to the horror of all the other elephants. And this is where the story, although the main character cannot talk, we build an emotional connection because of how horrible other people are towards Jumbo. Absolutely fantastic storytelling. This bath scene is another fantastic storytelling way of us building emotion and connection to their characters. We can see the love that Mrs. Jumbo and Jumbo Jr. have for each other in such a heartwarming little scene. A bunch of school kids come to the circus and see that Jumbo has large ears. The one child with the large ears actually has the cheek to take the mick out of Jumbo. As a parent myself, I completely understand why Mrs. Jumbo would be so protective of her child, and when the children pick on Dumbo, I can understand her upset and anger. So Mrs. Jumbo is labelled a mad elephant and locked away. Unfortunately, Jumbo Jr. is left to fend for himself inside the circus, where we meet the horrible group of elephants that are constantly picking on him. Jumbo doesn't know it yet, but he does have a friend in Timothy Mouse, who does not like the way they're treating Jumbo. and he decides to do something about it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being like Timothy Mouse, as in, if you can see somebody clearly needs help, be a friend to them. Whether they're a stranger or not, there is nothing better. An absolutely fantastic way of saying be kind to each other. Unfortunately for Dumbo, he's been made a part of the Clown's Act, where he gets sprayed in the face and he gets pied in the face. He's very unhappy and misses his mother. So to cheer him up, Timothy takes Dumbo to see his mother. Now this is the one scene that hits me straight in the feeling garden every time. Dumbo desperate to see his mother and his mother desperate to see him. However, they cannot actually see each other, so all they can do is touch each other's trunks. Such a sad scene. Absolutely first class storytelling. We find the clowns celebrating their fantastic evening's performance, and this is the famous scene where they caricature the people on strike saying, "We're going to hit the big boss for a raise." In their celebration, they knock alcohol into a water bucket. After seeing his mother, Dumbo becomes really upset and gets the hiccups. Timothy decides to give him a drink of water from that bucket. Timothy is curious about why Dumbo is acting really funny and decides to drink himself, which leads on to this. The pink elephant's on parade, an absolutely psychedelic sequence in this movie, and this movie is 1941, 20 years before the swinging 60s. The animation in this is absolutely fantastic, the jokes are absolutely spot on. Unfortunately, back in 1940 this was the standard. This is completely unacceptable. These characters, however, are one of the few members of the characters in this feature that are actually kind to Dumbo. Yes, they make fun of him, but after that they feel sorry and bad and actually help him. Back at the circus, the clowns have decided to make Dumbo jump from an even higher building. Dumbo, with his magic feather, has belief that he can fly. As he jumps off the building, the magic feather falls out of his trunk. Timothy convinces Dumbo with a lot of self-belief that he can actually fly. He didn't need the magic feather after all. With this self-belief, Dumbo starts to fly all around the circus, showing everyone that bullied him that he can actually fly. Absolutely fantastic that if you believe in yourself, guys, you can achieve anything. Dumbo becomes world famous and is finally reunited with his mother in their own private carriage on the train. So guys, I think that Dumbo is a great story of love and kindness, showing us that life is not kind or fair at times, but believing in yourself and being kind to strangers, like Timothy Mouse was, can change a person's day. You might need a friend. The most talked about is the racism in Dumbo, and to be completely honest, it cannot be defended. It is so inappropriate and unacceptable. I can't believe they did it. I really can't. But as I say in the review, the Crow characters in the film are portrayed in such a positive light. They show remorse from being mean to Dumbo and actually help Dumbo achieve flight. They are the only characters in the film to help Dumbo apart from Timothy Mouse. My last point is his name. His mum names him Jumbo Jr. and it isn't until the horrible elephants gang up together and call him Dumbo. Mean name. It's said in a mean fashion, but for some reason the whole movie is now called Dumbo. You're named Jumbo Jr. Somebody's mean to you and shortens your name to Dumbo, and then for the rest of forever, that's your name. A name given to you by someone being mean to you. Don't get it. That's just me. Overall, Dumbo is a great story, teaching us compassion and kindness. Done with Disney magic that pulls on your heartstrings and hits you straight in the feels. Teaching us to be kind and show compassion. Thank you so much for watching this review. 800. Wow. I would like to thank every single one of you guys for pressing play, hitting that subscribe button, and definitely leaving a comment. I absolutely love the interaction we have in the comments. So thank you for watching this review. I've been Retro, hopefully you've been smiling, and don't forget to show love, kindness and compassion, which I know you guys do anyway. Thanks for watching this review. I'll see you for the next one. 800 subscribers, oh my goodness, thank you so much.
Hollywood.